Hey guys, Scotland Football here, back with another video. Today we're doing a slightly different video. Of course, the football season's over for now. Stafford Rangers season's been over for nearly 3 weeks. Only a couple of games going on still in Premier League. A couple of finals in the Football League going into. Just had a few semi-finals and the sort of final upcoming. Few finals upcoming in non-league, but other than that, the majority non-leagues and leagues have all finished. So you want to do a video today. The league allocations for Step 1 and Step 4 of non-league football, I think also Step 5 and below that have all been confirmed. The allocations for the season have been confirmed. But I wanted to focus on Stafford Rangers League, which is the NPL West Division. And but I was set to do a video on how our season went, but since I wrapped that up at the end of the Cliff Road game, and I put some words into the video where I showed the best goals on YouTube, so I've kind of done that already. So there's not really much need. So might say something at the end though, right? For the allocations for the NPL West Division have been confirmed, and these are the teams in it. It's 22 clubs: Allerton Collieries, Averrow, Bootle, Bury, Chase Town, Clitheroe, Congleton Town, Darlaston Town, Kitch Athletic, Lower Breck, I think that's how you say it, Mosley, Nantwich, Newcastle Town, Runcorn Linnets, Shifnal Town, Sporting Khalsa, Stafford Rangers, Trafford, Vauxhall Motors, Whitton Albion, and Wythenshawe Town. There are the clubs in it. I will put it up here. On the screen of all the teams, so if you forgot all those teams, you can go back to it instead of having to listen to this bit. So these are the teams. These are the teams here in front of you. So right, all the clubs Stafford Rangers played that didn't go up or down will be in this league next season. After the new teams, Darlaston, Bury, Lower Breck and Shifnal have just been promoted from Step 5. Bury and Lower Breck were both in the same league. Shifnal were in the Midlands Division, same league as Brockton this season. Sporting Khalsa and Darlaston Town have been moved across from the NPL Midlands League. And if you believe it, Wythenshawe Town have been reprieved like Enfield were. There was rumours that was going to happen, to be fair. Obviously, Growl grading below, but I believe now that Farsi Celtic have had to drop down 3 leagues due to not having a licence and severe financial problems they've had due to being away from the ground. All that time due to pitch delays and everything. So, welcome back. I'm glad to follow up with Wythenshawe Town staying. Good to have another visit there. Good to see the further ground improvements and the path that they're building down to the other side of the ground, which is really good. So we've got 5 new away days. And also, I haven't been to Runcorn Linnets this season, so the new grounds for me, I want to get there this season. I've seen except we missed out on Litfield City, but they've been put in the NPL Midlands Division. It would have been good for Chase Town and Litfield and Stafford Rangers to play Litfield, but imagine Litfield probably won't be too dissatisfied with it. Bearing in mind, they've got Baldermere and Sutton, which isn't too far away. Mickleover's just at the A38, and a few other clubs that are just down the road. Hinkley and Bedworth, for example, there's more clubs closer to them than there will be doing in the other league. But Shifnal, they were both in the same league as each other. Shifnal are close. Well, Shifnal are closer to Stafford Rangers than they will be to Litfield. So that looks an exciting league. The league, to me, seems to be getting more and more southern this season. There's more teams from the Midlands in. Shifnal, Darlaston, Sporting Khalsa, and you've also got Stafford Rangers still there, of course. I think it's a good league this season. At least we haven't got to go to Widnes again, which is good. Horrible ground at 13,000 seated stadium where Widnes and also City of Liverpool played. City of Liverpool went down and Widnes have gone up. I don't mind either club. especially Wythenshawe. I quite like the club, but just hate the ground, and so many will agree with me on that. And also, I'm glad we haven't got to go back to Anley again. It just looks such an empty ground. And they've gone down because they've had a very poor season. They managed to sort it all out. Just don't like the ground. Wythenshawe, very basic, I thought. And it's like Brockton's ground. But I do like Wythenshawe Town, though. I wasn't disappointed to see Wythenshawe Amateurs go, to be fair. But I'd rather have gone back there than the other two, though. I'm glad we got Wythenshawe Town. With Litfield City, I've been there. I have been there before and a few times to watch a few games. So I'd rather visit some of the other grounds that we've got to see, but that I want to go to. So it'll be interesting this year who Stafford Rangers get for our bank holiday fixtures. We were with Hensford last season. Of course, they've gone up, so we won't be getting them. And we played Chase Town on a normal Saturday. But we got put with Hanley. My concern is that we'll get put with Newcastle. That's not a good place to go. With the ground, terrible, poor atmosphere really. Wouldn't surprise me if we get put in Nantwich. We got put with them on a Tuesday night away at their place on a normal Saturday this time. I'd rather play somebody else and play them on bank holiday, but I hope next season we don't have to go to Nantwich on a Tuesday night. We go there on a normal Saturday because we take a lot more. We took Nemus, we took Need 200 last time we went there. It's good. It's all right ground, I'd say. Well, there's good train. It's not too far, but there's some good train connections. So you change at Crewe. Shifnal will be a good day out. If some people are going on the train, change to Wolverhampton, get the train. It's a train to Shrewsbury, I think, at Shifnal near Telford. So that would be a good. Bear in mind, Telford used to be one of our close rivals. It wouldn't surprise me to play them. Personally, I'd like to play Chase Town, and also Shifnal. I reckon I'm preferring Sporting Khalsa or Darlaston. One of the local games, but at least be on a. I reckon even Chase Town Nantwich, they'll be on a Tuesday night. That's what I reckon. It'd be interesting to see Chase Town get put with because he's not got Ensford now, so it makes sense to put a. It would make sense for us to play them really. We're imagine they're going to want Sporting Khalsa or Darlaston. Well, Sporting Khalsa or Darlaston will play each other though. There'll be a few good fixtures this year. One final point, one other thing I would say is that Bury, with their large followings they get and their large home support, they will probably double the normal attendance for some clubs and have a better average attendance next season. I'll be interested to see what it is at Stafford Rangers next season. That should be a massive crowd. There should be probably over 1,700 for that. We had over 2,000 against Hensford, and that was our capacity for the game, which we sold out. But there's loads of space in the ground. I just hope we don't segregate against Bury, though. Well, not every club will be able to, though. I really hope we don't do that, to be fair. But we'll see. Well, last season for Rangers featured a bit of turmoil, changing managers, chopping changing with all the players and all that was a real problem, I thought. But finally, Kitch was the man to make the difference. He'd been there before, along with his assistant Nick Amos, first team coach Ian Cooper, and Graham Deakin, who was previous there in the day as assistant. But once Kitch came back, I was confident we're going to stay. Prior to that, our form was just absolutely awful, and we're all over the place. I think even in the Kitch, we lost 2 games. We had a few draws in the last 3, but we won a few games, which was good. We finished 12th place. Next season, you saw that form. Even when we didn't play that great or well, we'll still give 100%. And that's what we want to see from us. That's all we're asking for as a team. I can see us being higher in the league table in the league table next season. I hope we'll be challenging, I think, and I hope we can get in the playoffs, and that would be a really good season. Because I'd like to see a cup run, and us actually take the Stafford Senior Cup seriously to get a little bit of silverware, like all clubs do in the county cups. Even though you don't get anything out of it, but it's nice to win. It's nice to win something, though. At least have something to cheer about instead of saying, "Oh, there's nothing in it." Doesn't benefit the club and all that, with all that attitude you get. We've kept the majority. We have retained the majority of the squad. The only player to leave was Cameron Balford, who wants a new challenge closer to home. Other than that, I'm glad we kept the majority of that squad. So we pretty much kept over 90% of that squad. With one player leaving. Hopefully, with 4 or 5 new additions, we can add to the squad. I'd like to see Joe Cuff come back. Try or get Zidane Sutherland in. Personally, I think we need to get the goalkeeper sorted. If we get Leon Phillips in, John O'Brown from Bouldermere, a few other clubs out there, like Alan Whitehouse, but he's been. But I think I hope we can get any better goalkeeper will do, in my opinion. Backup centre back because of Squara sending off the ad, and also Jimmy's knee. Also, no McGrath at the moment either. He didn't play the reigning games. So no, he's not. He wasn't there either. He's back up there. New midfielder. We need extra support. Rees, who's from Bouldermere, Mason Rees, and also Asfallen, they're good midfielders. And Macca plays in the middle, but we need a bit more cover there, I'd say. New winger on the left wing. We've got a right wing. We haven't got any left wingers now because what happened with obviously, we got no Callan King arm talent. It's not there anymore. John Emerson's not fully fit all the time, so we just need a new winger though. And I think Joe Cuff would excel in that position. We need a new striker with Dan Coqueline. Can get to injury prone. So I'm a good player, but you can get too injury prone. Kevin Anderson, he can't play on the left. He plays better at top. When you play him at top, he plays well. So we need a new striker. Other than that, I think we're good to go for the season. And I concede, I think we'll be up there. Do our really good summer, guys. We'll see you in pre-season. We're so grateful over the season. I can't wait to get back supporting the Rangers and seeing you all there. And hopefully I might probably see some of you prior to pre-season down at the ground and helping or anything. So see you all then. Up the borough. Bye everyone.